Hello everyone, out for a walk in the woods, and I have an exercise for you, and it's a really interesting one, this one, because it can apply really at any point in your Prosperous Mind journey, whether you're at the point of deciding what it is that you want to do when you grow up, when you're figuring out your one thing, or when you've got your business online and you're trying to grow it. It can work at every one of those levels. And I'll just get straight into it, I think. Now, this comes out of particularly the way that my mind works. I hope that it's going to be useful for everybody. If it's not, leave it and move on. It's fine. And we're looking at a kind of a holistic, reverse kind of logic. So what I want you to do is, first of all, pick an interviewer who will be a target for you. And I think my advice would be to pick one that is just outside of your comfort zone. One that you think, oh, they wouldn't have me on their show, right? So it might be a podcast, it might be a YouTube channel, or it might be a live event of some kind to which you would like to be invited to share your expertise. Okay, so that's the first thing. And the next step is really to visualize how they will introduce you. And if you're not, if you don't know where to start on this, then jump on a dozen podcasts and just listen to the first couple of minutes. Different people, maybe in your area, maybe not. And see how the host introduces each of their guests. Now, they may have a book or an event that they're promoting. They very often do. Or they may not. So, but what a good host ought to do is to pick up their interviewees, their guests, one thing. They should know what that is, and then they should present that in a way that connects them to their audience. Now, audiences will vary, and it's part of the job of the host to make that connection with their particular audience. Okay, that's not necessarily your job. However, there is a sale to be made for each of these. So we're talking about the final phase of Prosperous Mind. We're talking about the growth phase, when your whole business, sales channel, delivery channel is existent. It's up and running, and what you're doing is you are going out to just increase your reach. Okay? You're spreading the canopy of your tree. So, for each channel, for each host, and for each host's audience, there should be you should consider this, that it's got its own separate circuit. It's its own campaign, in a sense. Right, so you're being introduced to host X. You should know who they are. You should know what the subject matter is, and the goal, and really the one thing of their channel. Ideally, it should be one that you follow and listen to anyway, because they're going to be adjacent to your area, right? If it informs your area, and what they talk about is relevant to what you talk about, then it can make sense anyway. But anyway, so you're going to need to come up with a pitch for them. Who are you about? What And so imagine that there's an email, right? Maybe somebody's introduced you to that host, to that individual, but there'll be some way in which either your mutual friend introduces you, or you introduce yourself, let's say via email. And that message is a pitch. So in that message, you should know your brand. It's a circuit, your brand. And in the context of the proposed session, what you are going to deliver, okay? And then the proposition. What problem are you solving, or what opportunity are you addressing, right? And how are you doing that in a unique way? And then you understand who their market is. So all of that you can do in a few sentences. Now we get to the point. By visualizing what that pitch is going to be, right? How they are going to introduce you, right? What you are promising to deliver in that interview. Fixing that ahead of time as a future point, right? That then gives you, right here, right now, a way marker, something to head for. So, are you, the things that come up for me is, are you trying hard enough? You know, is your promise big enough, bold enough? Do you actually know what it is that you're solving for people? And it's a really, really good test of your circuit in general. So I would write that out. I would then probably throw it into ChatGPT as well, actually, and say, can you make this more? And then insert any adjectives of your choice. Do that a few times. See what the AI comes out with, right? Can you make this more? Can you make this appealing to X audience? Another thing that you can do is you can write a passage that describes the target channel, describes the interviewer, what they stand for, who their audience is, what their audience wants, right? Then you can say, this is what I do. And then you can say, write me a pitch, and see if the AI can come up with anything that inspires you. That's the thing. That's how we use it, okay? So, useful test for, right, do I have a sense of the direction I want to move in? Is that direction inspiring for me? Am I trying hard enough? Is it bold enough? Does it all make sense? Does it fit? Is everything right in the world with this vision? So, yeah, there you go. Very, very useful exercise for a lot of reasons. Let me know how you get on.